for the Chargers, and they score! Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. It's hot.
It is
Ken.
definitely
It
hot.
is hot.
And you should take precautions when it's hot.
You should take precautions. I see that it didn't stop you from getting a hot coffee, though.
Yeah, well, I drink water when I go home.
Okay.
I usually have coffee.
You want to show
first thing.
people? You want to show people your coffee?
CO, cream only.
Love it. Love it. So, Ken, what are we doing today? What are we talking about? What do you want to talk about today?
Well, we got to mention the fact that we're going to have Chris Berman this weekend.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Big news.
Yes, and so we got to coordinate with him. He just says to make it simple for him. It's like me.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you'll be in charge of that.
Absolutely.
I think it's you guys always make it sound like it's very simple to do.
I think it is very simple to do.
Yeah, I mean people that know and do it always bless you.
Thank you.
That they definitely will say it's very easy to do. But for those of us that don't do it all the time, it might be, a little more difficult. But can you believe he's going to be there 50 years?
I can. I mean, that's a long time, but I've been watching nearly 40 years or 35. I didn't start when I was born, and he's been a constant at ESPN.
Well, he's been there since I think I looked it up the other day. I think they went on the air in 79.
Uh-huh.
So he would have to go to 79 to reach 50 years.
September 7th, 1979.
Is when they went on the air?
That's when they went on the air. Yep.
And he joined them right after that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to get the date from him when it's officially official. But I know he signed a 3-year contract, and that would be to get him to that 50-year mark, I would think. And I didn't realize it. They've never carried a Super Bowl.
No, of course they have. No, it's always network. When you Google ESPN, when did ESPN start?
Yeah.
It says ESPN founded September 7th, 1979. And the picture is Chris Berman. So, yeah. When did Chris Berman start at ESPN? October 1st, 1979. So he started 3 weeks after they officially became a company.
I didn't realize it was that quick that he went with them.
October 1st, 1979.
Wow.
That was 4 days before my parents' wedding.
So he has to go to 29, October 29.
Yeah, October 29.
To be 50 years.
Yep. So 4 years and 4 months or something.
I thought I read that
3 months.
Signed a 3-year contract so he could hit the 50-year mark. Those numbers don't work, do they?
If his contract wasn't up now, but is up next year, so his new contract starts in 26.
I got you. Because I know they said something about the 50-year thing.
Chris Berman signed a multi-year contract extension with ESPN that will keep him with the network through 2029, including the network's 50th anniversary.
So that's right.
Including their first Their
29.
yep, including their first Super Bowl telecast in Los Angeles in 2027.
It's only fitting that that happened that way, though, really, for him.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, here's a guy that's been with the company a month after they started,
not even.
right? And the first Super Bowl that they will do is going to be in when?
January 20 or February 2027.
So he'll get to be part of that.
Yeah,
And he is a big part of it because I mean, he always does all the interviews and all that other good stuff.
sure.
I mean, he's been at the Super Bowls, I don't know how many times, but
Yeah, yeah. May 12th, 2025. It was a story that Chris Berman signs a new extension through his 50th anniversary. So, and when did he start with you at WERI?
well, it would have to be 77, 78. He was only there about a year.
So, okay, so he went.
He went from ERI
Yeah.
to, I think, and it's probably in there, to station in Waterbury, I think,
Okay.
and then
Oh, which of course is right next to Bristol.
yeah, and then he went to I think TV station in Hartford, or maybe radio. I'm not sure. In a quick span of time, and
so
then
he was 23 when he started working with ESPN.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he was at the right place. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's great. What got him so popular? And by the way, he was more popular on the West Coast than here because of the hours when he first started working. He was like working that overnight shift. Like at 2:30 in the morning, he'd be on our time.
Right.
So that's why everyone got to know him. And then people on the East Coast, who the heck is this guy? When he finally became involved in doing other things.
We should change his Wikipedia. His Wikipedia says that he graduated from Brown University in 1977, where he was the sports director of the school's radio station WBRU, and then his broadcasting career began at Hartford's WVIT TV as a weekend sports anchor. Completely skips over very conveniently.
No, Westerly should be in there. I read one that said Westerly.
Well, this is not his. This is his. This is his Wikipedia, and it's not. It's not there. It's not on there.
Yeah,
so somebody should.
I saw it yesterday.
I'm just saying, someone should fix that.
I forgot where I seen it now. I probably just put his name in.
Oh yeah, probably.
And it came up that his first job was in Westerly, Rhode Island. Then the one in Waterbury after that. So, we could reprimand him about that on Saturday. That he should definitely mention. I know he did a Red Sox game a few years ago and mentioned where we started in ERI in Westerly, Rhode Island. And he actually mentioned my name.
Wow.
Because one of the car dealers that we were going to up in Connecticut said to me, I watched your buddy last night, or I listened to your buddy last night do the game, and he mentioned your name. I said, did you hear it? I said, no, I don't listen to the games. But yeah, he's quite a guy. And we're gonna have him on. I would say probably not in the first hour. I already know that. So it would probably be 9:15, somewhere in that neighborhood. And we'll chat with him for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, when you Google Chris Berman, Westerly, Rhode Island, Chris Berman worked in Westerly, Rhode Island early in his career. He was a disc jockey at WERI in Westerly, where he hosted a news-oriented talk show and covered high school sports. Later, he joined ESPN, where he became so. Anyway, fantastic. An evening of New Haven athletics, an evening with ESPN's Chris Berman. This is from 2010. Prior to ESPN, Berman worked for radio and WERI in Westerly, Rhode Island, and WNVR in Waterbury, Connecticut. So,
Yeah.
and the ESPN press room also says that he started his every ESPN press room. Chris Berman extends deal, talks about his beginnings in Westerly, Rhode Island.
There you go. And he was here close to a year, maybe 10 months, somewhere in there.
Let's talk about the impact that you must have on someone. I mean it. Let's talk about the impact that you must have on someone. For a 23-year-old, 22-year-old to graduate from Brown University, come down, work with you for maybe a year, less than a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
A year after that, get a job as an anchor on this brand new thing that's never been existed, right? The MTV of sports, right? They started at the same time, MTV for music, ESPN for sports, becomes a Sports Center anchor for the next 10 years, and then the biggest personality at ESPN, quite arguably, and definitely the only one that's been with them for 50 years on camera. The fact that he still shouts you out, calls you, comes on your show, does all of this stuff, like, what kind of an impact? Like, that says something, because like, that really says something, Ken. It truly does. It says something about you as a person, as a mentor, as as everything, right? That says a lot. I don't expect Jacob to remember my name in 50 years, just as an example.
Mm-hmm. No,
Like,
I know what you mean.
that's
And it was kind of, and to go along with that, it was kind of shocking to me.
yeah.
The same thing, that it was after he had left. Obviously, he goes to Waterbury, then I lose track of him. And the next thing I know, someone tells me he's on ESPN. Now, this is a few years later.
Right.
I hadn't even been in contact with him. So one Sunday, I knew he was going on to do something on Sunday, the football thing. So I told Hazel, I said, I'm going to call ESPN. So I just got the main number of ESPN, and I told him that, I said, I worked with Chris Berman, and I said, I don't know if it's possible for me to get to talk to him, but could I leave my number? And if he got a chance, could he give me a call? To be honest with you, I didn't realize I didn't even think I was going to get a call, never mind that day.
Right.
And that Sunday afternoon, after he got off the air, the phone rings and it's Chris Berman. How the hell are you? And we're talking for about a half an hour. And he talked about Thanksgiving, and that was a special thing for us. And then, like every Thanksgiving, we used to talk. We used to communicate with one another. He'd call me, I call him, and even got to go down there a couple of times. So when they did the NFL Today, when he was doing it with Tom Jackson and Joe Theismann, Phil Simms, and it was Gary and I that went the first time, and we got to sit right in the. Actually, I was 10 feet. I was like from me to you, away from where the set is, sitting there with my own monitor, watching them do that program. And I don't know. We've always connected, and until this day, I visited with him a couple of weeks ago, right here in Westerly, and people other than that played in that golf tournament didn't even know he was here.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
he's been a friend. He calls in, he always checks on Hazel. He wants to know how Hazel's doing. He talked with her for a while, And even after when I met him a couple of weeks ago, we talked about coming on. And I was supposed to text him. He said, text me next week and let me know when's a good time. And I said to him, I said, well, if you want to wait until, September when they stop playing football, because he's into the football part of things more than anything. He says, is there any reason why we can't come on a couple of times? I said, well, we're kind of busy, right?
Yeah.
So anyhow, then he calls me and he says, what are we doing? Is it going to be this Saturday? This was last Friday.
Yeah.
He says, is it going to be this week or next week? He said, this week would be good. I said, well, how about next week? And so he worked it out anyhow while we were on the phone. So it's going to be this week. I just figured it'd be easier. We're in the studio. And so he'll be on, I would say, between 9:15 and 9:45, 10 o'clock, whatever.
Awesome.
It's just been one, I know one time he called me and he was doing Brad Faction was getting some kind of an award in Providence somewhere. And he knew he was going to be in the area and I hadn't seen him in a while. So he invited me to come up. So me and Lou went with me. And we had a meal and everything else. And we saw him introduce Faction. And then even after the thing, he introduces me to Faction and Faction's wife. It's just one of those guys. He's just one of those type of guys. But I don't know. We just hit it off together. We worked. He worked with me more than anyone at that station too, because we did a lot of the sports stuff together.
Yeah.
But just a nice guy, regular guy.
We're going to go to a quick break, and we will be right back and talk about some of the other things going on here in town. We'll be right back. Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Dunn's Corners at 224 Post Road, and everybody down here is getting the brand new iPhone 16. We have it here in stock. The best part is right now, if you trade in your old phone, you get it for free. We got deals all weekend, awesome savings. Come on down and see us, 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners, Verizon Wireless Zone. We'll see you soon.
D&V Mechanical specializes in the installation, maintenance, and servicing of Mitsubishi Ductless mini-split heat pump systems. We are certified by Mitsubishi as Diamond Elite Contractors and factory trained and up to date on the proper procedure of the installation and service of Mitsubishi Ductless heating and air conditioning ductless heat pumps. We assist with the paperwork to reduce much of the stress-related documentation required to get the state rebates and federal tax incentives. We are not a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-nothing company. We are masters of ductless heat pumps. It's what we do, and it's what we know.
Moving doesn't have to be stressful. Whether it's across town or just across the hall, no job is too big or too small for Easy Does It Moving and More. Sean and his team put people first, making your move safe, smooth, and stress-free from start to finish. For a move made simple, go with the name that says it all. Easy Does It Moving and More. Call us today at 401-545-6078 or go to easydoesitmoving.com.
Wood River Health is my home for health.
Wood River Health is a one-stop shop for primary medical care, dental care, behavioral health, and social services. We care for the members of our community because they are our community. I'm Allison Croak, President and CEO of Wood River Health. Since 1976, our health center has provided high-quality, affordable health care to residents of Rhode Island and southeastern Connecticut. We are your neighborhood health center. Let us be your home for health.
That. And welcome back.
Wow.
I got all. Somebody put the camera back over there. I know who it was. Dan and Trary. Dan and Trary put the camera back over there, and I'm like, I like it here. I like the camera here. I don't like the camera back over there. But he put the camera back over there.
So you want it
yesterday.
back over here?
I want it on top of this monitor.
Oh, well, why didn't we? We could have done that during the break.
I just,
Actually, we could do it while we're on too. I mean, because we can do anything we want, can't we?
We can do anything we want. Actually, Ken,
Yeah.
you don't even have to get up. Just turn around in the chair and grab it. Just unplug it from the thing right there. Yep. It's going to go crazy. There we go. Toss it. Just toss it. No, toss it.
Toss it?
Toss it. It's fine. It's fine.
It wasn't a very good toss.
It was a great toss. It was a great toss.
Like a double play combination.
Just a reminder to all these kids.
I know they.
Stop touching my stuff. No. Honestly, it makes more sense over there. I prefer this angle.
Now those are pretty expensive items that we were tossing around, aren't they?
Honestly, it's the least expensive camera we
Really?
have. Yeah.
Oh, all right. I don't feel bad then.
Yeah, this thing's like. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, Boomer Berman.
Boomer Berman. Hold on. This thing is like there we go. We got a comment here. Nice throw, Ken. Hey, Calvin. Welcome to the show. See, now the lighting is better. I know that I didn't turn the lights on today, but
Is that better for you now?
Now the lighting is
Oh,
better.
that's all that counts.
Yeah, I like it. I prefer this angle.
Good.
And also I can look at the computer screen and like not look like a anyway.
So
Hey.
is it more convenient? Is that what it?
Yeah, it's convenient for me. Calvin said, gave you a shout out this morning, world famous smooth water Ken.
I know, Calvin. We were not up early this morning, so we didn't hear him.
Oh,
And that upset Miss Hazel. Yeah, she missed Calvin this morning. Sorry, Calvin. She's usually up too. She usually gets up early.
how does she get up early? Because she's the one that goes to bed really late.
I know. She's up early. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's great. I don't know how. I don't know how she both goes to bed early and gets up late.
Some people,
No.
they
Those are the opposite. I don't know how she goes to bed late and gets up early. I said
Yeah.
I don't know how she goes to bed early and gets up late. That is me.
goes to bed early and gets up late.
Yeah.
I go to bed pretty early, but I'm up early too. But I'm used to getting up early.
Right. Yeah.
All right, Summer Pops. It must have been a record crowd. I did not go, no. But any word as to how many? I know they run out of food.
Did they?
That's what I heard.
It must have been.
I mean, it was a beautiful night.
It must have been 25.
I
It
would
was the
think.
most. I mean, it came all the way back to the fountain. So
Wow.
yeah, and also on the sides, like our blankets were over on the sides, and yeah, so it was, but it was absolutely gorgeous, and we had shout out to Allie Woodard Photography. Go check out the photos on 321. I think we have like 200 likes on it or something right now. For the just the preview photos from her from the Summer Pops. She's not even done. She just gave us like 25 the next day or something. But if I know her, she has hundreds. So go check out the Pops photos that we did. A lot of people asked if we were going to be streaming it. You can't do that. You
Right.
can't do that. The orchestra the orchestra contracts and all of that stuff. We can't live stream the Pops. The rights of the music, all of that. You can't live stream it.
I don't think they allow anyone in to do that.
No, you can't video it.
No,
Like
and you can't-
people can take little video recordings on their
Yeah.
phone or whatever, but you can't have like a professional
No,
recording
because
done.
we could never go in there before either. We could go until a certain time, and then have to stop broadcasting. or
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm just checking out who this person is calling me right now.
Uh,
Such a millennial thing to do. Oh, you know what? We're gonna go to a quick break.
okay.
It's Ben actually.
I am Jim Howe. My practice is focused on representing people injured in car accidents, representing people injured in premises liability, represent people in all walks of life. I say all the time that I represent the underdog, and by the underdog I mean the person who is injured and is facing lawyers that are hired by insurance companies. If you unfortunately find yourself injured in an automobile collision or in any other circumstance where insurance may come into play, think of giving me a call.
Ever thought about leveling up your fitness game in a fun and meaningful way? Kiefer's Martial Arts on Granite Street has everything you're looking for. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, adult karate. It's not just about getting fit, it's about building your self-confidence, discipline, and that unstoppable feeling you get from all your hard work. Stop into Kiefer's Martial Arts today to sign up.
Hey guys, sorry for that impromptu break. Everything's okay.
Yeah,
I
we're
know
fine.
that yeah, everything's okay. I know that I just was like, who's calling me? You know what? Let me take this right now. I have not said this publicly yet. But our cat, Jackie and I's cat, passed away a couple days ago, and very emotional time. That the cat, her name was Mystic, and she had been with Jackie for 14 years.
Wow.
And she got her through. When you have an illness, right? Like Jackie does. She had been with her through like a year and a half of not being able to really get out of bed, of losing weight and getting down to like 99 pounds because she couldn't eat anything, through the COVID lockdowns, just her and Mystic, and So like incredibly meaningful relationship between Jackie and our cat. I got to love her for a little over 3 years, and she was the best thing. She was the best part of my day. You've heard the voice. I did the voice
Yeah.
for Mystic all the time, and really a part of the family, as all pet owners know.
Sure.
And it was unexpected. Everyone was surprised, including the vet. We literally we went for a drive and we came home and she was gone. And
That's too bad.
yeah, although like of the ways to go, she was an older cat and etc. So of the ways to go, that is definitely not a bad one. And she had this little stuffed animal named Hillary, this little purple hippo that she would bring to us. It was like her little sign of affection.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the only time she made noise. She never meowed or anything. The only time that she really made noise was when she would pick up Hillary and bring her from one room to the other, and put her like at your feet, or if it was like the normal like bedtime and she was expecting she was like, hey dad, like you should be going to bed right now. She would pick up her stuffed animal and bring it to the side of my bed, to my side of the bed, and I would be like, I have to go to bed now. Like she knows the time better than I do. And yeah, she was the best. So definitely gonna miss her. I want to say a huge shout out, by the way, to Sean Lacey, the town manager, for helping me figure out what to do in that situation. It was the weekend
Yeah.
and nothing was open, and didn't know what to do, and Jackie was hysterical, and and all of that stuff. So Sean, thank you so much, from the bottom of my heart. And I want to thank Art and Frank over at Animal Control in Westerly. That was Frank just called me last year around this time. Frank helped us get a crow out of our chimney. I don't know if I've ever told you that story,
No.
but we had a crow in the chimney. And Frank came over and helped us get him out. And Art, who's a regular on Man About Town with Rona, who I don't think I've ever met in person actually, but Art is a fantastic guy as well.
Great.
And so yeah, that was Westerly Animal Control letting me know that everything was all set and I can come pick her up. Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for listening to that self-indulgent story.
No, that's I mean, it's not. It's awful when you. I mean, I've known a lot of people that have lost the pets that they've had for a long time, and that's not an easy thing. I mean, they become part of you, a part of the family. I mean, it's simple. And I mean, in your case, she was at home.
She was, yeah. She was at home.
That's one thing to be thankful for, that she didn't get out somewhere and you couldn't find her.
Yep.
At least.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've had
and they know they sense certain things too. Animals. I mean,
yes, and so that was one of the things. She had been a little sick. We thought maybe like a UTI or something. And we had taken her to the vet a couple days before, and then she had like some good days again. And then we went for a drive and she didn't make it. And but she never, we even talking, we were all like, she's not hiding, like animals will do when they sense or whatever. She just wanted to be around us all the time. And And so yeah, it was very but it seemed peaceful, and actually she passed away with Hillary, next to Hillary, her stuffed animal that she loved so much. And so when I cannot think of the officer's last name, so I'm very 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 sorry, but Annika, her first name is Annika, a wonderful Westerly police officer named Annika, came over and helped us out. It was after hours. Did not know what to do. Jackie did not want to go back in the house.
I can't. I understand. Sure.
And Annika came over and took Mystic to animal control for us. Again, this was after hours, and Hillary went with her. So she was with her till the end, and then so anyway, thank you to Westerly Animal Control. Thank you to Westerly Animal Shelter, which is where we adopted Mystic from so many years ago, and and I am sure where we will adopt again. So I've only ever had 2 pets that were mine, and neither of them were really mine. When I was a kid, my mom or my grandmother lived with us. She moved in with us when I was a year old. And she promised my sister that she would get her a cat when she was old enough, and she promised me that she would get me a dog when I was old enough. My dad didn't like either of those 2 things. But my sister did eventually get a cat. Her name was Mimi, and the cat actually outlived my sister. But she gave us, we got a cat, Mimi, and so that was my sister's cat, and it was the family cat, and that's I grew up with Mimi, and she was great. She was amazing with my grandmother, and one day when she got older, she ran away and never came back. My dad was always like, I never said you could get a dog. Your grandmother said that she was going to get you a dog. We're not getting a dog. You can't take care of a dog. We're not getting a dog. And then my aunt and uncle, my aunt and uncle met when he was in the army in Kentucky. He was stationed in Kentucky, and she was from Tennessee. And they met, they fell in love, they got married, and he moved her back up to Rhode Island where he was from. And then he was like, he always promised her that when the kids graduated high school, he would move back to Tennessee so that she could spend whatever time her mom had left with her mom and her family. So in the year 2000, my cousin, his last child, my uncle's last child, graduated high school, and he kept his promise. They sold their house in Hope Valley, and they moved down to Tennessee. And my cousin moved in. My cousin, who was 18, had to get an apartment somewhere, so he moved in somewhere else here that could not take his dog. So he had this dog that was older than me. I think he was 14, I was 13. I was 12, and the dog was 13. And it was a little mutt, like Shih Tzu mutt, and named Bandit. And this dog had been through the ringer. I mean, and I was given Bandit because there was nowhere else for Bandit to go. He couldn't go to Tennessee with them, and he couldn't go to this apartment. So my mom was like, "We'll take the dog," and my dad was like, "The hell you will!" And my mom won as always.
Right.
And so we got that dog, and that was June or July 2000. It was August 1st, 2000 that we got that dog. and he passed away at the end of August 2001. The dog did. And Mystic, again, was 13 when I got her, right? As mine was when Jackie and I moved in together. And she lasted about 13 months with me as well. So I'm like, what is it with me that these animals only last 13 months with me?
Yeah, well,
You know?
I know.
What am I doing?
I don't know, but I can't answer that.
Why I shouldn't get, the other thing is maybe I
But
shouldn't
you got to get another pet.
maybe I shouldn't get animals that are 13 years old. So,
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Start with a different number.
1, 2,
Yeah. Anything.
maybe 4.
Anything but 13.
Yeah. Unlucky. It's an unlucky
Yeah.
number.
To start with.
Yeah, it's an unlucky number to start with. The other thing, as people have seen on social media, my business partner Patrick got a golden doodle recently, which is the cutest dog I've ever seen in my entire life. And her name's Daisy, and she came into the office and I held her. I fell in love instantly with Daisy. We went and got coffee. We've had meetings, and I'm just holding Daisy and whatever. And he's like, get a golden doodle. As soon as I was like, hey man, Mystic died, and he was like, oh, I'm so sorry guys, get a doodle with eyes emoji. And I went, not the time, man. But also I was like, that thing, a perfectly hypoallergenic dog that's, and if you have allergies, I understand the reasons why you have to do that. I'm just like, that is gotta be $5,000 to get. I'm just like, no, we will, we'll go adopt an animal that needs love from and I get it when you have kids that have specific allergens and all of these things, and you have to do it, and you want this perfect animal, and Daisy is, I love Daisy. But we're gonna, and then Jackie immediately felt bad. Do I feel bad even thinking about going and getting another animal at some point soon? And I'm like, I think that you need someone to take care of. I think for her illness and stuff, it really matters for her to have a pet to take care of.
Probably should just go do it.
So
what are you going to get, another cat?
We're going to get another cat. Yeah. I don't know when. I don't know how long. I strongly suggested that we take the time and grieve, and take a break from being pet owners while we can. So probably at the end of the summer, just in time for me to get really busy again. We'll get a new cat. Yeah. So anyway, that's my story. And I drove away all the viewers.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. Hey, what did you think of the Celtics trade?
I don't follow the NBA too much.
What? All right. Never mind.
No, go ahead. You tell. Give me some. Give me.
Absolutely not. No. Wait until Saturday. Wait until Sports Open Mic, and we'll get Dan's thoughts on it.
That's why I keep my back. That's why those guys are here. I got NBA guys. I got NFL guys. That's when we talk to Berman. He'll probably want to talk football.
Yeah.
More than anything. That's why I asked him if he wanted to wait. And he said, why can't we do it twice? I said, well, I don't know if we want to do it twice. But
listen,
anyhow.
He's not the owner. Chris, Mr. Berman, you can come on the show anytime you want. Okay? I'm going to give you a link that works whenever. So, okay? You just, whenever you want.
Then he could chime in anytime?
Anytime he wants.
That'd be dangerous with him, I think.
Anytime he wants, okay? So, thank you so much, Chris. Mr. Berman.
So so I'll be in touch with him. So what have I got to do? Anything?
I already texted you the link. You just text it to him. You can or do you have an email?
What? Wait. Well, you'll be with me anyhow. We'll text it to him Friday.
Yeah. That works.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll probably talk to him today or tomorrow and tell him I'm going to send it Friday morning.
Okay. It's pretty simple. I think he'll get it.
Oh yeah,
I think he's probably used it before.
I would think, yeah, I would think he's done, yeah, definitely.
What else? What else you got, Ken?
Maybe because ESPN is going to do when are they doing the Super Bowl?
2027. Not this year, but next year.
Maybe we can get credentials or something. I wonder where that game is.
Los Angeles.
Is it?
Yeah, you want to go to LA?
Well, I was just thinking that ESPN. Maybe we can get a little spot on Radio Row there, something. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. That would be fun. What
Expensive,
am I going to say?
but
What am I going to
fun.
say? That wouldn't be fun? Yes, that would be very fun.
Let's say it'll be expensive too.
Yeah. All your plans will be.
But we could get sponsors. I've done that kind of stuff before. Pulled it off.
I'm sure.
So what else is going on? Summer Pops gone.
Yeah.
Record. What's coming up this week? Quiet week.
I don't know. I mean, I think so. We got River Glow coming up next month. We got
That's always well attended.
Well, I mean, right now, just like go to the beach.
Oh,
Just go to the beach.
hey,
It's
Hazel and I took a ride. I told you took a ride down there yesterday afternoon. Normally when we go,
I can't believe that you guys went out yesterday afternoon to the beach on purpose. Like, because it was a heat dome. It's literally the
I got air
hottest day.
conditioning. I didn't get out and sit on the beach.
It was the hottest day in June in your entire life.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that.
No, I do. It was the hottest day in June ever recorded in Rhode Island in your entire life.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, God, I was part of it then. So what was wrong with that? I got in the car, put the air conditioner on. It's nice and cold in the car. And we just took a ride down through Watch Hill and Mitswamek and come home.
There's nothing wrong with it. I think that's beautiful.
Well,
I
you
think
said
that's great.
You couldn't believe it. Why? What's unbelievable
Stay
about
home
that?
in the air conditioning, man.
I went right back home with the air conditioning. I had air conditioning in the car.
How was the 5 steps to the car? Hot?
Yeah. What was hot was when I get in the car and try to touch something.
Yeah. Dave yesterday was like, I had to go pick something up, and just the walk from the driveway back to the house with the sun, it was like hurting my neck, and I was like, what's happening? Yeah, I did not.
Well, the mistake I made was I should have backed my car in, where I parked.
Yeah.
Because if I backed it in,
you get some shade.
Yeah, the other way it was. Hit everything, the steering wheel, and that you went to touch the shifting lever, and you probably got burnt.
My nephew is like, I will not get in the car until you have had the AC full blast for a full minute.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you spoiled, but I'm like, so I just have to sit in here in the heat and
I like,
because when it's really hot, I like to get out of that parking space as soon as possible to get the wind and the air flowing while the AC is like going,
Mm-hmm. It's just like if it snows or something. I don't mind driving in the snow. I'm a little different.
You are a little different. In a good way, mostly. What's on your agenda this week?
This week, let's see, what's today? Wednesday. Nothing. Not. I don't have anything right now that I know of.
All right. The brand new Wes Anderson movie, the Phonican Scheme, is playing at the United today. Also, How to Train Your Dragon, and tonight. This is tonight, right? Hold on. This is tonight. Yeah. Yes, Wednesday. Yeah. Tonight, Langhorne Slim will be performing at 8 p.m. So that's what's going on at the United tonight. Nick Music usually has, they usually have like Let's Dance Wednesdays or something. Bobby Christina's Caravan presents Al Steely and the Connectors tonight at 7:30. And that is $20. That is at the Nick. So go dance the night away at the Nick. That should be a lot of fun.
Great guy, Bobby.
Bobby Christina.
Absolutely. I tell you the story when I had the cancer and they had a fundraiser for me at the Calabrese.
No.
And my son Gary called me and said this guy Bobby Christina called him and found out about the fundraiser and wanted to know if he could bring his band and provide music for it. And he wanted to know if it was okay with me.
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't it be okay with me? But I thought that was pretty good of Bobby to do that, volunteer and want to do it.
Yeah.
So he's we've had Bobby on. I've had Bobby on a few times, and he's a good guy. Yeah, I think I played ball with his brother. Stevie is his brother, I think. Steve Christina.
All right, let's get him on. Let's get Bobby on.
Yeah, Bobby's a good guy.
Also tonight, the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce has I just met a 5-minute networking at Rocks 21. So that is like a networking speed dating event over at Rocks 21 in Mystic, which is gorgeous. It's free for members, and it's pretty inexpensive for non-members as well. You can go to oceanchamber.org to sign up for that, but it is a fantastic networking event. It's basically speed dating for networking. So you're going to go and you're going to meet new people every single 5 minutes. So go check out all of that. We will see. I forgot to get church set up for 10 a.m. at my house on the streaming computer. So that'll be fun. I'm gonna rush out of here in a little while. Just remembered that. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Just be careful, it's hot out.
You son. Man About Town will be on at 3 p.m. today. With
back in the studio today.
Back in the studio today. Thank you to Navigant for last week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Ken. Stay cool out there, everybody. And
we'll be back again Friday.
Yeah, you and I will be back in Friday. Business over breakfast tomorrow morning, and it's hot, so
let's all go to the beach. I wanna go to the beach. Cold weather sucks, let's get some relief. I'm telling you it's well within our reach. Take me to the beach today.
Hi, I'm Chris Kozłowski, owner of Broadview Florist and Garden Center in Duns Corners. For over 40 years, our family-owned business has been your go-to destination for beautiful, custom-made floral arrangements. Whether it's a special event or just to brighten up your day, we create highest quality designs tailored just for you. Trust Broadview Florists to make every moment unforgettable. Visit us today or give us a call at 401-322-0390.